Hi guys, and welcome to New Day, New Life. And I'd just like to say it's been such a beautiful day today. And what's even more beautiful is I've got an amazing person as my guest here today in the studios, which I'll introduce in a minute. But today's subject is all about forgotten women all over the world. I came across a couple of people I met the other day from a very big organization called ForgottenWomen.org. Saladin and Sandeep, they were absolutely phenomenal. The kind of work they've done for women who have been forgotten in, rural countries, really ran-down countries like Malawi. They're working on a lot of projects at the moment. They've got a lot of events coming up which I really want to be part of. Me and my guest, who I'm going to introduce in a minute, like I said, we were so excited to meet them. We haven't been so excited to meet someone with such skills, such organization, such teamwork, being based in London, but they're working all over the world. They've made women's dreams come true. They've got another event coming up called Pedal for Poverty, which is helping people to stop poverty. I will be giving details on that, but if you do want to get in touch with Sandeep or Saladin, you can at info@forgottenwomen.org. So without further ado, I would like to call my guest and introduce her to my viewers, Victorine.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Amazing, isn't it? I'm so privileged to be here. Thank you so much, Rani, for inviting me to
You're most
express
welcome.
myself
Yes.
and to talk to your viewers. I mean, it's been an amazing journey, and it's just for me to just be here and express and talk about some issues that we're looking forward to. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's why I called you as my guest, because I knew if someone could talk about women's issues because of all your background work and everything we've spoken about, I'd like you to share with our viewers what you do and how this affects you, the title Forgotten Women all over the world.
Oh, yes. I will start by introducing myself. Myself is Victorine Dikum. I'm from Cameroon. Shout out to all the Cameroonians out there. I hope you're
Yes.
going to be calling to
Go for it.
participate in this in this program. I'm so honored and I'm so blessed to be a Cameroonian. You can't take that away from me. Yes, and also I'm a mother of three. Tayong, shout out to Tayong, my son. Shout out to Azi, Lum, doing their job. Thank you very much, God, for saving them. Lord, I just bless you for what you've done. And also, all the viewers, I just say thank you. And there's some interesting things coming up right now, and we will be sharing with you. And if you have time, can you just call in and take part in the interview?
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you. So tell me, today's subject is all about women who have been forgotten all over the world. What are your views? Like, what do you think? What's stopped women to be in the front line? What are your personal views about, not just about what's happening in your country, but just in general? Why have women been forgotten?
I think, like myself, is about knowing who you are, because the thing is, sometimes they have already classified us as being in the bedroom and also in the kitchen, but that's not where we belong to. If you know who you are, you'll be able to express yourself in various places, because we can do so many things. We are multi-talented women, we are, and because we don't know who we are, then we cannot do what we're supposed to do. But when you know who you are, you'll be able to contribute and you'll be able to go further, especially education. Educate yourself and you'll be able to express yourself in so many ways, because there's a lot of opportunities out there.
Mm. So, would you say that in countries like Africa, women are secluded from getting involved, or what are your reasons or what are your options in that?
Yes, I grew up in Cameroon, which is an English and French section of Cameroon, and I think that women are doing a lot of things, I believe, now in Cameroon because they've been to school, they've done certain things in the community that they've seen that they're not supposed to be at home. They need to contribute to their home. So what most people have done now is go back to school to educate themselves, go back to the farm, go back to other places to enhance their knowledge as well. So I think that now they're beginning to be aware of what they can do in within themselves. Yeah.
But we hear stories of women being pushed to poverty, that how they have to protect their families, they end up selling their bodies, how does that come across? Like, is the government allowing it, or they're doing it quietly, or it's openly and it's allowed out there?
Not like that, which is allowed. But you see, the thing is, when you finish your education, like the university, you start looking for jobs, and most of the time you can't find any. And this sort of thing will push people into prostitution. And that's what is happening. And I think the job situation, like in Cameroon, why I speak about Cameroon because I'm from Cameroon, the job situation in Cameroon is that when there is, like, for instance, one job being applied for, you can see about 10,000 people applying for that job. But you finish university, but there's nowhere to go. So now that will encourage people now to move into prostitution. So until the government now intervene to do something about it, then I don't see any way out of that. Because they have to survive.
No, of course. I mean, everybody needs to survive. I mean, I was listening to some stories what Sandeep was telling us when we had the meeting the other day, about these women who don't have that choice. They don't have they've either ended up having an illness or a disease, so therefore they're secluded from the rest of the village.
Yes.
But they have dreams, they have ambitions, so this charity, that Forgotten Women, is helping these women fulfill their dreams. I mean, they've just finished one project, which was a lady who wanted to start a transport business, and the only means of transport in Malawi was bicycles. So they raised funds, enough funds to provide her with 3 bicycles. She's so overwhelmed, but for them, they felt that if they couldn't help 100 women, but they made this one woman's dream come true, that was like a lifetime achievement for them. I mean, what would you say to women, who want to have a dream, who have a dream, they want an ambition, they want to do something in their life? How would you drive them to that? How would they?
We are out here in the diaspora. And it is good that we look back into our country to see what we are lacking. Most of us, we've left Cameroon, we've come to Europe, and we don't want to go back to help anybody because of the situation that is happening. It's not an easy situation that is happening back in Africa. But if there is any opportunity for me to give back to my country, I will be able to do so. Because to help someone, you will help 1,000 people. It's not easy at all. But that is the sort of passion that I have to go back to my country. What can I do for Cameroon? But you can see the situation in Cameroon now is so bad. We are fighting against each other.
Yeah, I know.
The French section and the English section.
Yeah.
What are we going to do about that? But you see, it's taking a long process because the thing is, there are situations that are happening in Cameroon that a lot of people don't understand because the media, like the British media, is not even covering what is happening in Cameroon. We haven't been to school now for a couple of months now. The students are not having their education. They're supposed to write the GCSE and they're not writing just because of what is going on in the country. But if I can have that opportunity to go back home and it's not about just giving, but it's about teaching them how to fish. Do you understand? There's a lot of you can cultivate. The farms are very, you can do farming and look back, but there's so many university students who are hanging around all over the place, not knowing what to do.
There's not enough opportunities for them.
Not at all. Yeah.
I think like yourself, and I mean, I was born here, but when you look at your countries where you're from and you see what they're lacking in, we want to help them more because, like you've been there, done it, but even though I was born here, when I go back to India, I see poverty, I see beggars, I see, it's just really heartfelt and you feel so bad and you feel like you want to do something for them.
Yes.
But there's a lot of people who live within that area, but they're not even interested. But it's people who have come out of India who want to go back and help them. I mean, there's so many organizations, but this one touched my heart about forgotten women. I haven't got the title out of my head since I had the meeting with yourself, with Saladin and Sandeep. I think it's absolutely fantastic what they've done.
I would really like to be part of it.
I know we did say we're going to be part of it, you know, because me and Vicky, obviously we're mothers, we've come from different, you know, parts of the world, but we connected to each other so beautifully through an event where we both got an award for, you know, an honorary award for doing what we do in our community. So therefore, you know, when we heard what their story was and how they're helping all these African countries, even though one's from India and one's from Pakistan, she's from Cameroon and I'm from India. So it's like, you know, it's all different countries and, you know, communities getting together and forming a diversity. It doesn't matter if you're Indian and you can only work with Indian people or you can only work with Indian countries. No, it's all about working together, about bringing charities together. Even if you can just donate some money or, you know, whatever you want to do, every little helps. You know, Tesco's has got a very big quote, even though, you know, I'm not here to promote Tesco's, because, you know, it's all about telling you and telling, you know, our viewers about how women have been forgotten in the society and how they should be able to come forward. I mean, I speak a lot to women and I like motivating them. A lot of people said to me, you know, what made you do what you do? I said my mother and my father was a good role model. Today what I do, and I carry myself really well, and I want to, you know, promote what I can do and the strength I have today. I want women to stand here and sit here next to me and say, you know what, Rani, you're absolutely right. There is another life for women out there. You know, what are your views about that, you know?
I know. But you see, when I got divorced, being singled, it wasn't that easy. It was like a taboo, you know, your husband leaving you.
I mean, what was that like in the society, in the community? Were you accepted, you know?
Well, it was difficult. I had a few friends who supported me, but it came a point in time in my life where I had to say, no, enough is enough. I need to concentrate on my children and I need to focus on myself as well. Having this low self-esteem and not knowing who you are was the most difficult thing for me. And as time went on, I decided, you know, because the thing is, if you don't love yourself, no one will love you. Do I know what I want? Do anybody know what they want? Yes. I mean, if you think deeper into yourself, you will realize that there are things that you can do that you could not do before. So when a situation happens and you're in the middle of the sea, trust me, even if you did not know how to swim, you will definitely swim at that particular moment. And that is what I did. And you know, and when I look at my children now, I thought, wow, was it me? I said, thank you, Lord. Because, you know, thank you, Lord, for helping me.
They are absolutely amazing.
Yes, I just, they're my friends, they're my soldiers, and I just love them. And you know what?
So they're the strength behind you.
The strength behind me. Whenever you see me laughing, you know that my kids are standing by my side every step of the way.
And how were you accepted in community? You know, did you feel that you were always looked at, or, you know, people were looking at you in a different way? Or did you just carry yourself well and think that, you know what, and don't feel privileged that you have to say, I don't want to upset you for
No, not at all. It's gone. How many, 20-something years ago, you know, sometimes it's nice to talk about these things, because the thing is, you can speak something and see someone is going through that situation. What you need to do is just stay focused. But you see, there will be distraction along the way. So many distraction. People will look at you, they want to put you down. But you know one thing? If you know who you are, if you know your God, He will direct you to the right path. I'm not saying that the road will be so straight. You will fall down, but you will get up, shake the dust, and keep walking. That's my.
So with your counselling work, it's like even though, you know, you went through your own personal goals and, you know, your distractions and your, you know, whatever happened in your life, but as a counsellor, how do you help these women or men? You know, you can mention where you work if you want to.
Yeah. The thing is, first and foremost, when I was in that situation, I just wanted to know why. Why is it that it's me? Why did it happen to me? But you see, when things happen to you, you become stronger. I didn't even know that I could handle it. I didn't know. I thought it was the most difficult thing on earth. But the thing is, I think my Jesus saved my life.
Oh, of course, God's. I mean, you have to believe in Him when you do, not just for your own selfish reasons. It's if you believe in Him, you do get the guidance.
Yeah.
But for those women who don't have that strength, for those women who don't have that, you know, the strength, like you've got your children, you had your friends, family, right? But for those women, how would you talk to them about something like this?
Right. What I would talk about it every time there's a situation in your life, seek help. Talk to someone. Don't leave it to yourself.
Yeah, don't lock yourself
don't
away.
lock yourself
Yeah.
up, because a lot of people are afraid that, listen, I can't tell nobody. But you see, sometimes, like my situation, I will sit down and I'll be talking to someone, and someone will say to me, Vicky, that's what I'm going through. Really? But he's got the Range Rover. He's got the big house. And I'm thinking, oh, I thought he was the person, my friend, was okay. But you see, until you tell your story, someone out there will help you. But if you don't, what it does is that it eats you inside. And then there's depression, all sorts of illnesses. So I've learned to talk to people that matters. Or seek counseling, because I went to, after my marriage, I came back and I felt ill, went to hospital, and the doctor said to me, Rani, Vicky, you need counseling. And I thought, counseling? Yeah, I went for counseling a couple of times, and I looked at it and I said, oh my God, I can do that. So I went back and educated myself, being where I am till today. And I can counsel myself, because the thing is, the things that we go through never stops. Falling down never stops.
Yeah,
it's a continuity of a lot of things.
It's a nightmare that always follows you.
That always follows you.
Do you find you compare yourself to people's situations, or you keep your issues away? Or do you find that that's helped you to focus on their situations?
It's helped me a lot to focus on that situation and to heal me within.
Yeah.
When I'm talking to someone, this is what I went through, and he's like, how did you go through that? But as I speak to people, even in church, in my church praise center, shout out to praise center, as I speak in my church, I encourage people. As I speak to you, I encourage you. As you speak to me, you encourage all the situation. So you need to find your group. It's very important that you have your circle that you can talk to.
Yeah.
Find one, not people that will put you down.
Yeah.
Women, we tend to be strong in so many things, but most of us, we rely on putting others down.
So do you find women who are strong are, I find personally, women who are strong on the outside are actually quite upset on the inside.
On the inside, they're very sensitive.
Yeah, very sensitive, very touchy.
I'm a very sensitive person. And I give love, a lot of love away.
I know that.
You know what I mean? And I do that. But when there's a situation, because of my counseling experience, I pull back, because I tend to be non-judgmental.
Yeah, I know. It was fantastic, the story you told me the other day with the Pakistani girl.
Yes.
Why don't you share it with our viewers?
Well, it's sometimes the things that will happen in your life that you're not expecting. I was called up and about this lady. She's from Pakistan. She's single at the moment and going to school. But what happened is she called me up and said, Vicky, I need to talk to you. And I said, no problem. So I went, picked her up, came back, and she said to me, she doesn't want to get married to the man that the parents have looked for. And I said, you don't want to get married? She said, yes. Please, I want to run away. I want to kill myself. And I'm like, what are you going to do about it? Do you have any way out? She says there's no way out, because if she doesn't marry that person, what will happen is that she will be disowned from the family. I felt it so much. So I said to her, what are you going to do about it? She said, but I've got someone. And I said, you've got someone? And she says, because that person is not chosen by her parents, she will be disowned, because her sister has been disowned. I felt it so much. How can you have a daughter just because doesn't really matter what skin color the person is anyway, as long as that person's got a good heart. I felt for her, and she said the person is in prison. And I said, okay, do you love that person? And he said, yes, there's no other person that she wants to get married unless that person. So I spoke to her and I said to her, go home, reflect everything that you've got, and then we'll be talking. But I felt it because that could be my daughter.
So you took it quite personally.
I took it quite personally.
Dealt with it.
I dealt with it. And now she's looking things in a different way. But I said to her, your parents love you, and for sure you love your parents. So let's try and find a way of talking about things. Because the fact that you run away from that and go to the other relationship does not mean that everything is going to be smooth sailing. You encounter problems there. So who are you going to tend to? So when you want to do certain things, you need to take your time. You need to take your time and do that.
Yeah. So you know what frightens me of today's society is that, you know, the way children are wrongly groomed. You know, like a girl who's 13 or 14, and she's not getting any attention from home because the mom and dad are always fighting, or the brothers are always fighting with her, or whatever. And as soon as she goes on social media and somebody gives her a bit of attention, do you find that women and girls from the early age to older age, they've never been loved in the way they wanted to be loved? Do you find that's attracting women to do the wrong thing or feeling neglected? That's why we're always forgotten about, and they carry on in their situations, like, you know, they provide the food, they clean the house, they cook the food, they look after their children, and then they just go to sleep at night, wake up in the morning, and their routine's the same again?
Yeah.
Do you think that's why we've been forgotten?
I think that's it. But it's so sad, really, because the thing is, when you you are a family, you care about each other, not putting people down or not putting your own your relative down. It's nice to look at, be a loving person, because you never know tomorrow. I saw someone once who was really maltreating somebody, and I said to the person, you never know tomorrow, because the day that you're gonna fall ill, you never know that this person is going to take care of you. It wasn't a curse or anything, I tell you. But a year down the line, that person was terminally ill. And who was taking care of that person? So let's come together as a family. It's nice for us to come together and share and do things together. Because the thing is, I belong to the kitchen. I remember the president of Nigeria saying that my wife belonged to the bedroom and in the kitchen. I felt it. No, we don't. We don't belong there. Yes, we can do that because that's part of the marriage, but that's not where we belong. I wouldn't like my...
I feel as if, I know what you're saying. I felt it as well when you told me about it. But the fact is that, you know, women, they're so used to their routines. They don't feel like they want to do anything beyond, because they're just so used to that. Oh, I've got to do the cooking, I've got to do the cleaning. Even when we're ill, we get up and we still provide the food, we still cook the food, we have our medication. Nobody comes and gives it to us. Like, you know, I feel like women just feel like they're so unloved, honestly. I grew up and I never even knew I never heard of domestic violence, I never heard of, you know, abuse. I didn't hear about anything. All I ever heard of was the fact that, everything's about love. My father loved my mom to bits. He was the most romantic man on earth. Unfortunately, he's not with us today, but that's the kind of person I wanted, you know, and that's what I thought, that's what marriage is all about: love, having kids, going out, enjoying each other's company. Nowadays, it's like women, because they're not loved, they're married in a home, but once they leave the house, they just let their hair down, they go crazy. And then when they come back home, they're back to that normal housewife again. You know, why are women feeling like this?
No, to be honest with you, I can say a lot of people are feeling that way, and they've let go themselves. You know, and I remember they've just let go themselves. They don't know what to do because they have a routine. But now you need to look at yourself and say, do I need to do all this? If my kids are all grown up, leave the house and go, let me do something for myself. Let me contribute to something. You don't have to do that. I don't think, is there a law that you have to do that?
There's not a law, but that's how women think.
we have to change.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and love ourselves
Sure,
more. But
of
I
course.
need someone to, well, tender loving care. Where did it go?
I haven't got a clue. But on that note, we're going to go for a break now. Thank you, viewers, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Hilarious.
Wonderful.
She's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Chocoholic.
Compassionate.
Always busy.
Fun, such good fun.
Loving.
Beautiful smile.
Funny, always funny.
Stubborn.
So embarrassing.
A very special person.
Selfless.
Strong.
Tired.
Always bloated.
So tired.
Struggled to eat.
She always used to be full up.
She just often said, I don't feel right.
I wish I'd known.
I miss her.
She's coming home today.
Ovarian Cancer Action has created the first dedicated scientific research centre in the UK, determined to find a cure.
With your help, all your sisters, daughters, grandmothers, wives and mums can keep on doing what only they do best.
Ovarian cancer, those words still haunt me. So please, help Ovarian Cancer Action continue their life-saving research so that others like me have a fighting chance.
To make a difference to families like these, we need your help now. Whether you want to help us by sharing the symptoms with other women, raising funds for our research and awareness work, or volunteering your time, working together, we can save lives.
क्या आप वक्त को अपनी नजरों के सामने गुजरते हुए देखते हुए परेशान हैं? क्या आपके पास कोई ऐसे सवाल है जिनका आपके पास जवाब मौजूद नहीं है, या आप ऐसा वक्त गुजारना चाहते हैं जहां पे आपको जिंदगी का नजरिया अलग अलग तरीके से देखने को मिले? तो घबराइए मत, क्योंकि हम आ रहे हैं एवरी ट्यूसडे टू थर्सडे बिटवीन 10 AM and 11 AM ओनली ऑन Southall TV ऑन आवर वेरी ओन शो उठो जागो जियो, यानी कि वेक अप, गेट अप एंड लिव अप विद सिडर जाफरी, जहां पे हर ट्यूसडे को हम टाइम और अबंडेंस पे बात करेंगे, हर वेडनेसडे को हम पावर और ब्यूटी, और हर थर्सडे लव एंड हीलिंग. Every week we come together with our guests, providing you creative, constructive and nourishing solutions for your life. So get up and subscribe to southaltv.com so you never miss another episode of Utho Jago Jio with Sidhu Jaffrey. Awakening is an event that allows people to see the real reason why they're experiencing challenges on a day-to-day basis. My favorite part of the awakening is when people realize how much their destiny is in their hands. Awakening is a platform where you come and connect with people and understand how you might not be alone going through the family issue or the work issue or the relationship challenge. And by connecting with real people, having a real conversation, we can really create real change.
Hi and welcome back. And I have with me my lovely friend Vicky, still talking about lots of stuff on and off air. But you know, as a woman, I wanted to say, Vicky, that you know, I myself have been in situations where you know I've been undermined or seen different by stereotype men, because I don't think they actually like women having that power. I mean, I went to an event which was about disabilities in Sierra Leone, and all the men were like, you know, oh my God, you talk so much about women empowerment, and they felt really intimidated, but yet they wanted to take pictures with me. And they were like, you know, oh my God, you're so powerful as an Indian woman. I said, yeah, but why don't you let your African women say things? They said, no, 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 no. They're not allowed. And that's why we like to take pictures with you. Our African women are sitting there, they're listening to you, but we don't want them to learn what you're teaching. And I says, but I'm not teaching nothing. I'm just expressing how I feel from within. And I think women, if African women had a chance to be here and say what they want, wow, oof, the world would be so powerful.
Yes, yes.
You wouldn't even need an atom bomb. You just need to sit an African woman there and let her say how she feels. Not even an African woman, women in general.
In general.
You know, what are your views on that, about men feeling undermined about women?
Sometimes when there are issues, they won't tell you what it is, but you see the issues just going round and round, especially when the woman is educated, has got a good job, the money flows in, he starts to feel insecure.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's how family issues start, like the fighting and then the distances, and then or the man goes off and finds a younger model? You know, I found, like, with all the women I've spoken to, they feel that their husbands don't love them anymore, they don't get that attention anymore because, you know, they can't, you know, dress how they wanted them to dress when they got married, you know, because obviously after children, you know, you lose your shape and your size and whatever. But, you know, why can't women be loved for their hearts? You know, why is it such a big thing today?
The thing is, the thing that I really look into is a lot of African men now are changing. Honestly, they are really changing. I tend to, the friends that I have, they sort of like give their wives certain privilege to go out, enjoy themselves. And sometimes I'm like, wow, for real. Because I know that sometimes you don't get that. I go to so many events and I meet African women, they just sit in the corner. And I'm thinking, but why did you come here? Most of the time,
it's because they got a chance to get out the house,
yeah. And also, most of the time, we've lost our self-esteem. You know, we just want to just sit there and see whether we're going to be accepted or not. But you know what? I'm flying. Yeah, I'm flying.
Yeah, but your situation is different.
I'm flying because the thing is, after knowing who I am, yes.
So you were lucky because you got that help, and then you educated yourself, like you said, and you went out there and you grabbed all the opportunities that you could.
Because you got to do it yourself. Who is going to do it for you? I mean, who is going to do it for you? If you don't take the bull and move, you're still standing there.
Yeah.
Who's going to do it for you?
What would you say to these women? I mean, you know,
please come out and talk to someone. Talk to Rani. This is an open. You know, you need to be here. You know, I think you're going to be holding classes on.
Yeah, we're actually in the process of organizing some workshops to do with mental health, forced marriages, neglected women, forgotten women. You know, we're in the process of talking about a lot of projects that are coming up where women will be able to come. Even in your local areas, we're going to get hold of like local community centres where we're going to be organising events where women can come, talk to people, tell us, you know, we're not just concentrating on projects that are abroad. We want to make a difference here today. I mean, it's funny because I was talking to a lady on Facebook, and there's a pageant coming up called Miss Bronze, and she said to me, why don't you apply for it? And I started laughing. I said, I don't look like a model. I can't walk on a ramp or anything. I said, yeah, Miss Congeniality was my favourite film, but I couldn't do that neither. But she said, you know what, Rani, we're not looking for ladies who are like a size 8 or a size, 6. We're looking for women who have actually made a difference in society, a lady who's made a difference in someone's life. And she said, you need to apply for it. I thought about it, and then I had this dream that, oh my God, can you imagine me walking on this
Rani,
pageant?
it's you.
I would burst out laughing.
No.
I would actually laugh and think,
I was at
what
that
am I
show
doing
last
here?
year. I was there last year. I did the deco last year.
Yeah.
I was part of it last year. Esther, shout out to you. Miss Braun's coming up.
Yeah.
I was there last year, and this year she's invited me to come in Bournemouth. Please go and walk down that stage.
Yeah,
you
she
know
did.
it.
She did connect to me because of
Yes.
you.
you need to come, because it's all about fun.
Oh my God, I'm blushing just even talking about it.
I will be there.
Can you
and
imagine
it'll be
people are going
nice
to
for
say,
you
oh
to be
my
there.
gosh, like Rani, you started off as a housewife, you're a
Motivational
mother, you're a
speaker.
motivational speaker,
Yeah.
you're a businesswoman, and now you're walking down a ramp.
Why not?
How did that
Why
happen?
not? You've been given that opportunity, so
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
I will be there. So
So it's for all the ladies out there. I mean, if you think you've done a difference for people and you would like to apply, later on I will be putting on our website, what way you can apply for it.
Yeah.
But I think you should go for it. Never miss an opportunity. If there's an opportunity that's looking you in the face, take it, because you'll never get that opportunity again, and then your dreams will be left, undreamt. If there is something you want to do, talk to somebody in your local area, or form a group together and make a group of girls or women and say, you know what, let's go out, let's go for a walk, or let's go to the cinema together. There's a lot of women who go around having kitty parties and stuff. Instead of doing that, do something productive that you can actually make something out of it. It's like I came across this lady who made this beautiful sauce. Now, I tasted it, but I can't eat a lot of chilies, but her sauce was so fascinating. Now, she makes it in such a way that she puts it in little jars and she sells it to all her local community.
Wow.
And that within herself, I told her, why are you sitting on this bottle of sauce? Sell it to people, show it to people. So she actually approached a few restaurants and stuff. Obviously restaurants want bigger quantities and stuff.
Yeah.
But within her own friend circle, she's actually started distributing
good.
this bottle of sauce, which is absolutely. So I made, just out of a conversation, her
Yeah.
dream come true.
Wow.
And she's like, Rani, I can't thank you enough. And unfortunately, women dream it. They come along to the workshops. They love it. They have all these ambitions, but then they go home and it's back to square one. Oh, I've just got to make the dinner, or I've got to wash the clothes, I've got to iron the clothes, and they're back to that routine. Don't lose that routine. You need to, you need to go for it.
Oh, yes.
You need to let go.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
Give it a try and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Take one step at a time. Because a lot of people are just worried and frightened to even start.
Yeah, but what are they frightened about, though? Are they frightened about letting go? Are they frightened about the society? Or are they frightened about how people are going to judge them?
A lot of people are really in their comfort zone.
Yeah.
They don't want to change. They just want to be there. But you see, there's a lot of opportunity out there, and that's why the government, they're opening so many, schools, education. You can just call. And
There's a
then
lot of free
enroll.
workshops, yeah.
Free workshop, enrolled, and get yourself, doing something.
Educate yourself.
Yeah, educate yourself, know how to do things for yourself, love yourself. Some people don't know how to do that,
So what would you say to these women?
I just say, whatever you're doing, there's a lot of things happening in the community. Pick up your phone. Of course, everybody's got a
Get
mobile.
involved, yeah.
Mobile. Get involved. Look at their papers. There are leaflets that are being distributed in the community. Look through those leaflets.
Or make an event.
Yes.
Invite people to come.
Invite people to come.
Whatever you're going through, make like a little group so that they can come along and talk about it, and you can share ideas, because sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
And you might have an idea where another lady will say, you know what, actually maybe we could combine together, maybe we could collaborate together and do something together.
Yeah.
See, you don't know until you come out, exactly like you said earlier, at your comfort zones.
Yes.
How are you going to get these women out? Because I know whoever's watching the show today must be thinking that, you know what, actually it is true, we should do what they're doing, and then yet when we go off air, they'll go back to their own little you know, Indian dramas, or, you know, the Coronation Street
That's
and
it, Coronation
EastEnders, you know, and a cup of tea.
Jeremy Kyle. And yeah, Rani, what you're saying is, I remember a couple of about 2 years ago, I did raise money for cancer, and I didn't know what it was. I just had to go to one of the charity shops, the cancer research charity, yeah. And I just asked, and I called them up, and I said, I would love to do. That's where I met. Sorry, it's just gone off my head. The former Prime Minister. And I met him, and he supported me as well. You know, so you need to. There's nothing so difficult about that. And I did a show in Aylesbury, a fashion show, and I cooked the food myself, and I was selling it to people. I bought the drinks, and they showed up, and we raised some money.
Yeah.
And
because you took that extra step.
But
you took that step.
Yeah, you need to take that step. If you don't take that step, you can. A lot of people will be surprised what they can do. There's a lot of talent buried in there, and it's nice for you to let it out.
No, it's true. I mean, what I want to do is again with Forgotten Women, I want to actually make little groups and little communities where people can get in touch with us, and they give us their ideas, and we make the ideas come to reality however way we can, even if it's on a smaller scale or it's on a bigger scale. So you always have to start off somewhere small to make it big, right? So I think people should get involved in their local communities, you know, get a little community hall and talk to people. You know, even on social media, put it in your local area. There's lots of groups who are from different areas. Like you got the Bushy group, you got the Watford group, you got the Pinner group. You know, put a little blog out. Join these groups. Join these groups. You know, make friends. Get out of your comfort zones. You know, I don't understand half of the people I meet. They're so secluded in their little bubbles. You know, they just don't want to go nowhere. They don't want to go and have a cup of tea, or they've not even danced. I met this lady. She goes, I haven't danced for 30 years. And I says, oh my God, if I don't dance for like 30 seconds, I go mad. You know, because I find that dancing relieves you. You know, with me, people say to me, you take on so much in your life. You listen to so many women who've gone through this. You do motivational speaking. And how do you actually let go of it yourself? Saturday night is my night.
Yes.
That dance floor is mine. And I am the last one on that dance floor.
You made it yours.
Yes, yes, because I made it a point that I do want to let go. You know, whatever hectic week I've had, I need that one day to let go of myself, and it's all about me. Yeah, because, you know, it should be about you. It should be about you coming out of your, you know, your secludedness. You know, women who go through so much in life, whether they're having issues with their children growing up, teenage tantrums, you know, or husband issues, or, you know, just general life. You know, they feel like I find when I speak to women, I find that they're so bored. They're so bored. Either they'll end up with health issues, or they'll end up just leaving everything and just going away. You know, there is women who have moved away from their families, they've left their friends, family, their homes, everything, to start a new life because they never got to dream what they dreamt.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, I never knew I could do hair until I had an issue. When a problem comes, then you discover what is within you.
Yeah, but why are women waiting for problems to occur? What is, you know, I really find it really hard to understand what is it about women that they find, you know, you know, there's women I know that they're more scared of wearing different types of clothing, that they're scared of, like, now that they're married with children, what is society going to say? Forget what your family's going to say. It's what society are going to say. Yeah, but who cares about society? Do you?
I don't.
Yeah.
But now I don't.
Yeah.
But the main thing that I think is that, remember, you can never be an island. You can never be an island. You need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to do something. You need to contribute to the society, to the community. You need to do something. Because from that, do you think your children will be okay, you getting up and sleeping and watching Jeremy Kyle in the morning?
Because they're going to
day?
copy you.
Because that is a generational something, curse or something. You get up in the morning, first thing you put on the TV, Jeremy Kyle, you watch it. As you're going down Coronation Street, you're going down EastEnders. I don't want to be like that. I want to do something. No matter what it is, no matter how ill you are, you want to be positive and do something for yourself and the community. Because with that, you're going to do a lot of things for yourself. You're going to gather your self-esteem and move. Because the thing is, most people, because when they are married, they think that's the end of the story.
Yeah, they think that's it.
I'm
that's
comfortable.
Life. That's
oh, yes,
life.
the money comes in, I just paid you, and I sit there. No, that's not what it is. I don't think that's what it is. But then again, for me to gain that knowledge to this stage, I had to go through a lot of stuff. For me to be confident who I am, I need to go through a lot of stuff. So you need to now, there's always opportunity now to do something. So because there is, you have to take that. It is you that has to go and take that opportunity, not someone else. You need to push yourself.
Of course. I mean, I spoke to this lady who's from a very big profession. Now she's going through a lot of depression at the moment. You know, she feels like she doesn't want to go out. She wants to stay at home all the time. But yet she's an outgoing person to do with her profession. She goes and meets all her clients. Then when she comes home, she's like switches off. I mean, like, it's just drop dead silent. But what's affected her now is why she came to me, why she came and opened up to me was because what she's going through, her daughter, who's 12 years old, is actually going through the same phase as her. Now she's feeling so guilty and bad that she's not done things in her life. So I says to her, you know, get up, get ready, you know, look lovely, take your daughter out with you. Go and have girly nights out. Go and have dinner with her. Go take her to the beach for a walk.
Spa.
You know, go and do girly things. Because that girl, her daughter, is going to grow up to be exactly like the mother.
Wow.
You know, and I know domestic violence is involved in the situation, but you know, the daughter is going to think it's all right because, you know, my mom is my role model, so she sees her mom the most. You know, even though the dad lives with her, but she's learning everything from her mother.
What I want to say here is that through most of my journey, even now, like in my community, you can be strong, but you see, the thing is, when things happened, sometimes I go through hard stuff. It's not as if I don't go through hard stuff, but you see, deep inside me, I need to wake up. Either learn from it. Do you understand? Because the thing is, it's never a straight road. Even if you're depressed and you say you want to move forward, you need to know that things will still happen. Bad things and good things will happen in your life. When bad things happen in your life, a lot of people will forget about the good things that you've done to them, and they take on the bad things. And most people will not even talk to you, and they will think that, oh, why should I even talk to her? She did something bad. I do decor. Something goes wrong with my decor. Oh my goodness, it's a big thing. But how do you deal with such things? I know who I am. I know what happened. So sometimes I tend to defend myself because I know what the community will say. But you know what? Things happen. And if things happen, you deal with the issue. A lot of people will just go into depression. They can't handle it. A lot of women cannot handle when things go the wrong way. And a lot of people have stopped their talent or stopped moving forward because somebody said something about them. And because the people are against her, they decided, I'm not doing what God has asked me to do because I made a mistake. So now these people, I look at them and thinking, okay, you made mistakes as well. Things can happen. Bad things can happen to you.
Yeah, but people don't look at their mistakes, do they?
No, they don't. They want to pinpoint.
Else's.
They are so good at pinpointing. But I stand here today to say that no matter what happened to me, I know who I am. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. But don't look at me as if I am the evil person. I know I need to keep marching forward. That's all it is. I will not be isolated. I will find new friends and I will keep moving.
Of course. You mentioned earlier that you've got an event coming up to do with disabilities. You're raising funds for people who are, you know, suffering with disabilities. Would you like to tell our viewers about that?
Oh, yes. The Northwest Cultural Association dance, which is on the 17th, in 2 weeks' time, coming up in Dagenham. It is with pleasure to invite everybody to come and support that event. It's for disability in Cameroon. The president of the association is Joan Asongbang, and we are assisted with other people who are working, like Mr. Boni Ngwana, who is also part of us. I think that dance on the 17th, it's to raise funds and to create awareness of what is going on in Cameroon. And it would be nice for people to come and support. I was talking to the two,
Sandeep and
Sandeep about it, and hopefully they're going to be there on that day, and hopefully you're going to be there.
Of course, I will be there to support you.
The Northwest Cultural Association, and I'm just shouting out to the public to come on that day. If you want any information, please don't hesitate to. We'll be writing it on Facebook or on Facebook.
We'll be writing on Facebook
to come and support us.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me that chance. It's
you're
amazing.
welcome.
Thank you.
So also you were telling me about people. They don't just contact you locally who you're counselling. You've got people you're counselling people who have come here and who have disappeared in the eyes of the Cameroonian people. They've been brought here on the promises, you know, they're going to be given the world, and yet, you know, what have they been given?
You know, in every community, something is going on, bad or good or whatever. But if you see what is going on now, I think I did send you some videos. I don't know.
Which were very disturbing.
It's very, very disturbing. Most of these videos are, it's real. It's not like someone just fake a video and put it there. No, it's real, because the thing is, people don't know what Europe is. If somebody comes from Europe and goes to your country, like in Cameroon, or I would like to take your daughter to bring back, to take abroad, that is like winning $1 million. So, but they don't know what these girls go abroad and do. And there are certain instances that has happened, that they have been raped, they've been beaten, and you're back home thinking your daughter is doing well, wherever your daughter is.
Because the money's been sent.
Because the money is being sent, but you don't know what's happening to her. And also crossing, you know, in the boat to come abroad, you lose your life. So, like the other day I saw on the internet, 300 people dying on the sea, and only 11 people surviving, just survived. I mean, how about that? What can we do to change? But then this goes back to the government. This goes back to the politics. Not having jobs in my country, not having stable income. That's why a lot of people are turning into all this, trying to find a way to get out.
Yeah, because the country's so poor.
It's so poor.
Well, because of the war and stuff.
Everything. And look at now, which the French and the English section are fighting together. What happens? A lot of people want to leave. And a lot of people who are doctors, who can help back home, they can't go back home because it's not safe back home. So now we start looking on who is going to encourage us, our safety, to go back home.
No, of course. I mean, you know, even me, I feel like all together, if we all combine together, I'm sure we can all get, like, you know, we can foster an inclusive world for these people. I personally think that everyone gets two choices. You either use your voice or you make a choice.
Yes.
One quotation which I absolutely love, which was, "Do not wait for leaders, do it alone, person to person," which was written by Mother Teresa.
Oh, Mother
Right,
Teresa.
you know, God rest her soul, but she was a fascinating woman.
Yes, she was.
You know, all these women who, from the past who have made something in society, who are fighting for rights, and you know, it's been going on for years and years and years. But I'm talking about today's, you know, zone. We're looking at today's world. If we can make a difference, just together, I think it will make a lot of difference to people's lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've got the ball in our hands, so
Yeah.
we need to do what we have to do and feel confident in doing it.
Yeah. So, you know, is there anything else you'd like to say to our viewers today?
Wow. I hope you've been listening. There's a lot coming up in the community. We've said so much. And I just want to say thank you for listening. And I also want to say, Azi Tanganlum, you're my savior. And my grandchild, TJ, Grandma is watching you. Grandma is watching you. Thank you so much, Rani, for inviting me.
Sure.
Well,
you're most welcome. Honestly, I've really
appreciated.
enjoyed it. I always enjoy your company as it is. I mean, I told you it's going to be a lovely program because we can be honest and open about everything. You know, we're not restricted on saying things. But again, ForgottenWomen.org is a fantastic organization to get involved with. The two people who we really enjoyed meeting the other day was Sandeep and Saladin. If you would like any more information on it, it's info@forgottenwomen.org. So on that note, viewers, we take your leave and we will catch you Tuesday at 7 o'clock with another amazing guest. So on that half, I'd like to say thank you to Vicky once more, and we take your leave now. Thank you.